I won't even try to speak Italian in northern Italy, not even try.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even understand what they're talking about, as a matter of fact. They're such much more elegant. It's much more than the north and the south of this country.
Okay. I had a friend in Annapolis that came over from Italy. They would come into the restaurant that I worked in, and there were, I want to say about 4 of the guys that all came over from Italy, and you'd overhear them talking, and the language is beautiful. It made you jealous that you couldn't speak it.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
And in southern Italy is very much like that now. I mean, you know, it was, the whole of Italy is much more educated now than it was.
Sure.
when my
I think
friends-
anywhere you go.
Anywhere you go, Ireland is
Sure.
an example,
Yeah.
a good example.
Now, was it Lago?
Lago.
Was Lago south?
Provincia di Cosenza, which is in the ankle.
Okay, sure, because it looks like a boot, so it's down.
In the ankle.
Okay, very good. So when your dad came over, where in the United States did he settle in?
He had relatives in Brownsville, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And he arrived in New York, and his uncle met him in New York. A day later, by train, they were in Brownsville, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
A day later, he was in Pike Mine, a mile deep, digging coal.
Okay. Can I actually ask, when he got to the States and he was in New York, was that Ellis Island? Did he go through Ellis Island?
Yes, he went through Ellis Island, yes.
Okay. And then he went
his name is recorded on the wall.
It is?
Yes.
Do you know what his name is? Can you?
What's that?
What was his name?
Giovanni Battista di Pasquale.
Giovanni Battista?
And so when he went to work at the glass factories, the first work in the mine, they said, that's baloney, your name's John Patsy. And he went through that for many years.
Okay.
And when I discovered, my children never went through what I went through. I went through my teenage deals as Tony Patsy.
Mm-hmm.
And I regretted it very much, you know, because they changed a beautiful name
Yeah.
to one like this is so simple. Didn't make sense.
Sure.
But I was lucky because this just didn't happen to me. It happened to a lot of people.
Absolutely.
A lot of people. A lot of Irish people.
Now, with your last name, does your last name, does it track back to, I heard that some of the Italian last names would be like where you're from, like you'd be like Giovanni, like did you say your dad's name was Giovanni? Giovanni. So it would be like he'd be Giovanni of a certain town, and is that what Di Pasquale translates out to?
No, the only thing I can say that I remember my parents telling me is that the northern Italians looked down their nose at the southern Italians.
Okay.
Similar to what we did in this country for many years.
Sure.
And I didn't notice that difference when I went to Italy to visit later on, but you know, education, they didn't even educate the people in southern Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the whole of Italy is well educated.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now, when you were born in Brownsville, Pennsylvania?
No, I was born in Spring.